All right. I'm a little bit sick, so hopefully I'll be able to get through these solutions without any problem. The problem says write an equation for these data, and hopefully you'll notice that these are actually the same numbers that we've done previously as far as finding the slope. So I'm going to figure out how much the y variable changes, that's the rise, and it changes from 6 to 5 by -1. And then the other thing I need to figure out is how much the x variable changes. And to get from -6 up to +4, -6 is less than -4. That is, you have to add to get from -6 to +4. So that's +2. And that means that I'm halfway done with my problem, and I've already figured out that y equals -1/2 x plus, and I haven't figured that out yet, but I have figured out the slope, the value that goes in front of the x, that is the coefficient, is -1/2. And I've had a lot of people ask me, well, Mr. Wolf, the next one isn't the same. The next one, delta y is -2, is -2, and what's up with that? I mean, how can that be possible? Well, so long as you go ahead and divide by delta x is from 4 to 0 plus 4, then you still get change in y over change in x is -2 is the rise over +4 is the run, and that still simplifies to -1/2. Okay, so it doesn't matter which of the points that you pick, and it also very much doesn't matter that the table skips around. Any 2 points that you pick after you're done simplifying, the slope is always going to be the same, and the slope is always going to be -1/2 if it's a straight line, and that's all you know right now. All right, so I'm halfway there. I have found the slope m is -1/2 because that's the rise over the run, and now I need to figure out the y-intercept. The y-intercept b occurs when x is equal to 0. In other words, the line runs into the y-axis when x is, say, -5, 4, 3, 0. Okay, it happens right there where x is equal to 0. That's where the y-intercept occurs, is when x is equal to 0. Okay, so I'm going to look for when x is equal to 0, and thankfully, in this table, they just went ahead and gave it to us. So this equation, x is equal to 0, right here when y is equal to 3. And so this then is the intercept b. So the slope was -1/2, and the intercept is 3. So this line starts out at 3. All right, so the equation here is -1/2 x plus 3. The next one, we've got a whole bunch of slopes and intercepts. And let's just fire away. Tommy is saving for an Xbox One. He got $100 for Christmas. Actually, let me just highlight that. It's a little bit easier. He got $100 for Christmas, and he saves $20 a month. The Xbox costs $400. Write an equation to solve for X, the number of months he has to save in order to buy the Xbox. All right, well, what it is, I need to figure out which one of these is the slope. That's how much the money changes every month. So how much does it change? So think about change. How much is the intercept, or the y-intercept? That's how much money he started with. And what was the output of the function? All right, so one of these numbers is the slope, one is the intercept, and one is the output. The Xbox cost $400, so that's definitely the output. I'm trying to save up until it's equal to 400. And I start with $100, and I don't get more of my Christmas money every month. I only get the Christmas money once. So it must be 100 plus $20 per month. And I'm going to use the letter X for month here. Okay, so the equation is 100 plus 20x equals 400. Now, if I wanted to solve it, I would subtract 100 from both sides, but it says don't solve it, so I'm not going to. For the equation y equals 100 plus 20x, well, looky here, it's exactly the same equation as we had earlier. Y equals 100 plus 20x, what is the slope? Notice that, again, I've switched the order here. The coefficient, the thing multiplying the months, guys, this just makes sense, okay? $100 you get for Christmas, plus you get $20 every month. So you multiply it times the number of months. And that means this number here is the slope. So the coefficient is $20 per month. Okay, write the equation in mx plus b form for a line which passes through these 2 points. So we're playing the same game as we played. I'm going to go back to the previous slide. We're playing the same game as we played for this one. First, I need to calculate the slope, and I do that with y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then I look for the intercept, and that occurs when x is equal to 0. So same game here. Let's see, this is y2, and this is y1. So negative 8 minus 4 is y2 minus y1, which is negative 12. Over, and then the change in the x-coordinates, this is x2 and this is x1, so that's negative 3 minus 0, that's just negative 3. And I can simplify 12 over 3 as 4, and then 2 negatives make a positive. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, so I figured out y2 minus y1 was negative 12, and I worked my way down to the slope here. So y equals mx plus b, and m, the slope is 4, 4x plus, and one of these 2 points is going to give us the intercept. Which one? I'm looking for where x is equal to 0. Well, that happens right here. So x is equal to 0, and the intercept here is 4. So it starts off at 4, so it's 4x plus 4. I got the slope from the slope formula, and then I look for where x was equal to 0 in order to find the y-intercept b. And then this one's easier. Write the equation of a line whose slope is negative 3 and the intercept is 5. All right, so this is the m, and this is the b, so that's y equals negative 3x plus 5, because it was mx plus b. And I've got, I think, one more. Which one of these above is the graph of the line 1/2 x minus 3.5? Okay, so the intercept is negative 3.5. So I'm looking for the one that has an intercept of negative 3.5. So this one is automatically out. That's the intercept of 0. This one, the intercept is negative 1, so that's definitely not right. This one, the intercept is negative 2, negative 3. Okay, so that point right there is negative 3. So I'm going to keep that in the running for right now. This one is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Oh, good. 3.5. That's what I wanted. So this is looking good. And then the slope needs to be 1/2. So this slope needs to be 1/2, which means I go up 1 and sideways 2. So let's check. Up 1, sideways 2. Up 1, sideways 2. Up 1, sideways 2. All right, so this is looking good. Must be this answer here, because it starts here at negative 3.5 and it goes up 1 and sideways 2 to give me a slope of 1/2.